Hi, Eric Gimbal, ericgimbal.com, and today I'm going to present you the Panasonic GX9M. Let's start. First of all, thank you very much to photosura.com for lending me the camera so I can test it. Second, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ericgimbal, and my website ericgimbal.com. And if you have any question, you can send me an email to info@ericgimbal.com. So first of all, to clarify, this is the GX9M. Panasonic also has the G9. This is not the same camera, so people may get confused. G9, GX9. Okay, it's not the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the camera. I'm going to show you some pictures and some video I've made with it, so you can have a look at it. And I'm going to start reading some specs. I will not give you the full specs. You can go to Panasonic website for that. I want to give you my feeling, my impression about this camera more than anything else. Okay, so the sensor is a 20 megapixel. I think this was the first 20 megapixel Panasonic put on his camera. Before they were using a 16 megapixel. I'm not sure about it, but I think this was that. This is a micro four third. As you can see, you can change lenses. So this is great to have something quite compact. I think this is really thought for street photography. It's very easy to use. And it's small, it's not ridiculously small. If you compare to my hand, it's not that small, but I think it's a great little camera. And the fact that you can change lenses gives you a lot of possibilities. Okay, for street, I would use it with a fixed focal lens that would be like smaller, like 17 millimeters, something like that. This is a 1260 by Panasonic. There is image stabilization. I'm passing you right now a short cut of stabilization. I don't think this is that impressive. I think my Olympus stabilization is better. This is also a 5-axis stabilization, but there are many 5-axis. The thing is, the result you get, I'm not that impressed. It's not bad, but I'm not that impressed. It has the famous, I say famous because they are the only one to do it, Panasonic 4K photos, which is like you make a burst of video, 4K video, and then you can extract the picture you want out of them. Okay, it's like 8 megapixel picture. Okay, I don't use it, I don't like it much, but it exists for people like that. Well, it does 4K video, as I said before. Before people ask me on the comment, I tell you straight away. Many people ask me how long can it record without stopping. Depends if you're recording in AVCHD by Panasonic or in MP4. It's around 40 minutes. You have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You just connect with the QR code, and then you flash it with your phone, and then you connect it. Okay, the viewer. The viewer is, you can orient it like this, as you can see, which is practical if you want to make a picture like this, or like you're doing some macro, whatever. If you put a macro lens, obviously. And I think this is quite practical. The quality is really good, but in my opinion, it's too small. It's too narrow. I think I would like a viewer that would be larger. Okay. The screen is touchable, orientable this way, like this, and like this. Okay. If you see it like this, okay. And it's touchable. I prefer when screens are fully articulated. This is more limited, but I know that many people prefer this, especially on street. If you want to make like from waist level, you look from the top and people don't notice you're making a picture. If it's fully articulated, you have to get it out to turn like this. So, well, question of taste. I don't like it that much, but for people who prefer this, it's good. Quality built is very good. Autofocus, well, the typical autofocus that everyone has now. I mean, when I say that, people say, why do you say it? Because makers want to tell their autofocus is better, whatever. I must say the autofocus is quite fast, okay? It also does focus stacking, which is really good when you do macro. You know, a focus stacking is like you make several pictures moving the focus point. This way, when you stack them together, you have more depth of field, okay? So the camera allows you to do that. ISO from 200 to 25,600. The quality is quite okay until 3200 is okay. You can also push or pull the ISO down to 100 also. The shutter speed from the mechanical shutter speed up to 4,000 of a second, and if you have the electronic shutter, 16,000th of a second. If you make a burst 4K photo in burst mode, up to 30 pictures, and if it's normal picture, up to 9 frames per second. Flash synchro, first you have a hot shoe here, okay? It's synchronized up to 200 of a second, and you also have a small built-in flash here, as you can see. Okay, so it can save you in some situation to have a built-in flash. It is really thought for street and for people who don't want to bother editing picture. They want to have things quite straight from camera, quite okay. So if you don't want to edit, you also have different color mode like monochrome, and also you can work on some change dynamic range, skin tone, whatever, within the camera. So people don't want to edit in a computer, it's quite easy. Okay, you can also print straight from the camera with PIC bridge. Bad point, I do not understand why Panasonic and many other brands, when they make a camera that has 4K, it means they think that people will make video with them. Why don't you have a microphone connector? I do not understand. You have microphone onboard microphone, but there is no connector for external microphone, and I think this is stupid, because if you want quality sound on a video, you need external microphone. So if you don't put a connector, people need to have a separate recorder or record with a phone or whatever. I don't think that's good. I think you should have a microphone connector always on every camera, even if it's not the top of the range. And this is not a low range, this is quite quality, so I don't know why they don't have an external microphone. Other black point, red card for them, is many maker now do this. When you want to charge your battery, there's a small flip door, you pull it and leave it like this, okay? Instead of having the typical plastic that never fits, okay, you pull and you pull, okay, and here you have the HDMI, and also you have the USB for charging. So what I don't like is that again the charger, to charge a battery, you connect the charger to the camera. So it means if you want to go around, make picture, and you need to charge a battery, you cannot do it, because the camera needs to be next to the electric socket at home or at your hotel or whatever. If you want to charge a battery, removing the battery from the camera, then you need a separate optional charger. I don't think it's fair. All cameras are not quite cheap, so if it was a really basic, but this is not basic, why don't you have a proper charger that you can actually take the battery out of there and put it to charge in a proper separate charger that charges the battery when it's separated. Okay. Conclusion. I think this camera is probably one of the best street photography camera, because it's compact, you can change lenses, it's quite versatile, and I think you can do quite a bit with it. The fact that the viewer is in a corner is great. I mean, if you look through your right eye, because this way you can actually open your eye and look at the scene completely, as you would do with a rangefinder. Okay, this is not a rangefinder, but if it was, okay. So that's quite good. Obviously, if you look with your left hand, then your nose is in the screen. I don't know why brands don't make for left or right eyed people, because this way many people that look with the left eye, so it's not as handy, but otherwise it's quite okay. Okay, and I think the size is perfect, the weight is acceptable, the build is really good. If you put like a smaller lens on that, you could do street photography and then have the bigger lens in your pocket or in your bag. And only when you need something a bit further, then you get a bigger lens, or you need to use a zoom, whatever. But for street photography, I think this is a great camera. So my opinion is, if you were looking for street photography camera with the small lenses, right size, something easy to use, and you don't have a super budget like a Leica, I think this is a great option. So yes, I recommend this camera. Thank you to photosura.com for lending me the camera. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ericgibaud, my website ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, you can send me an email to info@ericgibaud.com, and my Facebook, facebook.com/ericgibaudphoto, my Instagram ericgibaud, my Twitter ericgibaud. Thank you very much. Bye.